Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Technically T here, and today I'm bringing you another case review for the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Now what we have today is the UAG Plasma Series in the ash color. Now I do want to give a huge shout out for UAG for sending me this case to review. UAG has always been one of my favorite cases to run. I've ran it on my iPhone for many years and also other Galaxy phones and older iPhones from as long as I can remember. UAG always makes top of the line cases and I'm never disappointed with running them. So if you've seen any UAG packaging before, you already know it's the exact same. They always give you a beautiful presentation. UAG Urban Armored Gear, drop tested, military standard, Plasma Series. Flip it over to the back and it'll tell you some of the details, but if you use one UAG case, you've used them all. So let's go ahead and pop it on the device and see how it fits. And this is my first time actually using the ash color. Usually I always just choose to get the black, but I always thought once they came out with this ash color, which is fairly new, I always thought this was a pretty dope color. So I'm kind of anxious to see how it looks on the black Galaxy S8. So let's take a look around the actual case. On the right side, we do have that raised and textured power button there. Flip it over to the bottom, we have our cutout for our speaker, microphone, and 3.5mm headset adapter. On the left side, we have that raised volume up, volume down, and that dedicated Bixby button there. On your top, it is completely closed with a cutout for your microphone. And flip it over to the back, we do have a cutout for all your camera and sensors there. And as you know, guys, we have that classic UAG logo in the middle with those faux type screws that give you that rugged and industrial look. And you guys know this is very hard polycarbonate, very rigid case. TPU cases are usually always very rigid. Already know what to expect when using them. So let's go ahead and pop the phone into the case, see how it fits. Button side first, knock some fingerprints off. Now let's take a look around the case. So on that power button, as always guys, very nice tactile power button, can't go wrong with that. On the bottom, your cutouts are spot on for your 3.5mm USB-C port, microphone, and your speakers, all spot on. Very nice cutout. Let me unlock the device real quick and test out those volume buttons for you. I don't know why my fingerprint scanner wants to act crazy on camera today. Maybe I restarted the device and didn't. Okay, here we go, finally. All right, so volume up and down button, nice and tactile, works wonders. And that dedicated Bixby button pops right up. So nice buttons there. Top side, cutout for that microphone is spot on. Flip it over to the back. Your cutouts are spot on there as well. Now, let's look at the actual lay on the table protection, guys. And if you already see, it does have very nice raised up corners. So if you were to put this phone face first or drop it face first, you should be good. And I can tell just by fitting this phone on the bottom, there's a huge gap to where it actually sits on the table. And there is a gap between the screen and the surface. So it does provide a nice lay on the table protection, and it will, I think it'll survive a drop if you were to drop it face first, since this is military drop rated. So very nice lay on the table protection. Next, let's look at how the actual fits on this case. Now, if you used UAG cases in the past, you already know what to expect when it comes with the case, guys. Once this phone is up there, it has a nice snap. It's not coming off. Even the sides here, you really have to flex to get it to move. A little flimsy on the bottom side, but one thing about the material of the UAG case is it will not stretch over time. So you really don't have to worry about it being too flimsy right here. It's never going to stretch over time. These cases kind of remain intact for the most part. And I think over the years, they actually upgraded their rubber on the case, which is a huge plus because it, you know, even though it is a little flimsy, you know, guys, that's kind of a pet peeve to me, but it actually kind of remains in place. And I've never had to worry about the weak portions of the cases being, you know, where the charger goes in and over here by the volume button. So I don't think you have a problem with the actual rubber and the durability of it. Next, how the phone actually feels in hand. Now you guys know I'm not a huge clear back type of case person. I don't really like cases that has clear backs on them, but this is, like I said, more of an ash color case. It's not actually clear. You can see the color of the iPhone through there. And this material here on these little arms of the case, this design is kind of a matte feel. and this is the actual shiny material. So when holding the phone, even on the sides with it having a little bit of that shiny material on the edges, you do also get a little bit of rubber material there. So when holding it in the hands, these ridges provide a nice level of grip when holding the case in the hand. And while it's in the hand, it feels solid. Doesn't add a lot of bulk to your case. Excuse me, doesn't add a lot of bulk to your phone. And actually feels very solid in the hand. So in the hand, guys, feels great. It feels like you have a premium case in your hand. Very solid, nice overall case. And when flipping over to that back, I know a lot of guys don't like running clear cases, and the main pet peeve for me is scratches that the clear cases develop over time. But one thing about UAG, and they always provide these little raised rubber skid pads on every corner. So when you're laying it actually on its back, it's never touching the shiny surface on the back. It's always going to keep it raised and keep the back of this pretty well, you know, pretty well protected when dealing with this on the back. So you won't really run into a lot of scratches. So pretty legit feature of UAG. A lot of cases should actually implement some little rubber bumps on the back so you can keep the back of the device pretty fresh. But overall, guys, this is the UAG, the Urban Armor Gear Plasma Series for the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Now this does come in a few colors. It would also come in your normal black. You have a rust color, you have white, you have the ash color, which I have here. You have a citron green color. You have a cobalt blue and your ice, which is completely clear. Now this case will run you $39 on Amazon. UAG cases are usually always a little steep in the price, but it's a very quality case, guys, and that's one of the cases where I wouldn't mind paying that price tag for. So as always, guys, I will leave the link of this product down in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Later.